Set in a futuristic mechanized Old West, Wild Guns was created as a passion project by a small 5-man crew for the Super Nintendo in 1994, and belongs to a very niche genre of third-person light gun style shooter. I say light gun style, because these games don't actually use a light gun for gameplay. They can't. A core mechanic of gameplay is having a character on screen. Players need to use the D-pad to dodge, fire and use melee on top of gunplay. This kind of gameplay added a whole new level of difficulty and excitement, but there was no way to input character movement on devices like the Zapper or the Super Scope. Arcade shooters found their own limited solutions with foot-operated cover mechanics, which is very discouraging to those of us without feet. But what were home console players supposed to do? Hold a Zapper in one hand and a controller in the other? Oh. I guess that eventually happened. Well, this was the 90s. And we had to make do, and Wild Guns remains one of the best examples of this genre, with its strong style and tight controls. And in 2016, it was announced a remake would be released, with redesigned stages to accommodate a wider format, and a redesigned girl to accommodate a wider format. On top of the original 2 characters, Annie and Clint, 2 new characters with vastly different gameplay styles were added. A dachshund with a drone that had the ability to fly around the stage. And the reason you and I are here, the big, beautiful, and bombastic Doris. Now, as if you couldn't tell from the grenades she ties her hair with, Doris is a bomb lobber. Instead of rapid-fire shots, she throws bombs. This attack may be slower than the others, but it does more damage, and the longer you charge her attack, the stronger and wider the damage becomes, changing into different formations. Yes, strong and wide is a good choice of words. Not only is this a powerful attack, but it actually makes Doris perfect for crowd control, as she can wipe out large clusters of enemies at a time. And she gets to use 3 lassos at a time while other characters only get to use 1. She also has the best melee attack in the game, as she performs a giant ground slam. I wish she'd do that to me. The only downside is that Doris can't pick up certain power-ups and does not have the same invincible dodge that other characters have, which makes her more vulnerable to damage. Her gameplay style makes it so running and gunning is not the optimal gameplay for Doris, but rather strategic placements of those big boomers. Wild Guns was a game that changed the rules by rewarding players who know when to shoot and when to move. And Doris just adds a whole other level of strategy to that. Doris is a great remix character with interesting mechanics and a strong design. It's nice to see a large round woman as a playable character in a video game. They are few and far between, but things are looking up. And even if you're not a fan of big women, you gotta admit those dynamite gauntlets are pretty badass. And don't think I didn't notice that boob jiggle in her victory pose. Damn.